welcome back. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me using products that I probably have not used on my channel before. Many of them are brand new. They'll be appearing in a haul soon. But it's a Sunday morning, I wanted to get ready and I figured, I've got all these new things, so why not play? So I did buy some things that are not new, like one of them is the It Cosmetics CC Cream, but some of them are new. So I'm going to start with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter as my primer. I have not even used this before. I got this, I think, in a subscription box. It must have been the Sephora Play box, like for July maybe. So, let's just see. It's supposed to blur out imperfections. I think Jaclyn Hill said this was like her favorite primer ever in her Ride or Die tag. I don't love the smell. It's kind of like a clean citrusy smell, but yeah, I guess citrus. It's just okay. I don't like love it. I'd prefer if it had no scent. Okay, then I'm going to use a sample I have here of the Naked Skin Urban Decay Color Correcting Fluids. And I have some redness. I know you probably can't tell, but there is a green sample of the concealer. So I'm going to just dab on that green. I'm just using my finger. If I was going to do a bigger area, I'd probably use my beauty blender, but since this is just for my couple of spots, I figure it's okay to just do my finger. Not too obvious. And then there's also the peach one in here, so I'm going to use that to color correct under my eyes. I do like the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer that I have. Like, I think I have two of them, medium light neutral and light neutral, I think. I do like the formula, so I'm not surprised that these are okay. I'm not big on color correcting. I usually only color correct my under eyes. Okay, so for foundation, I'm using the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I've had the It Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination in light for a couple of years, but this is the regular CC, not the illuminating one, and it's in medium. So this is the first time I'm using it. I did just kind of like give it a little sample at Ulta the other day, but so I'm just going to dab that. And I'm going to apply it with a brush this time. If I don't like the way it goes on today, next time I'll use it with the Beauty Blender. But since the brush tends to be my favorite method of application of foundation, I usually try that first. And then if it doesn't work out okay, then I'll try the Beauty Blender. I've mentioned before why I prefer the brush, but for one thing, I just don't have water in my beauty room. And so for me to have to go and get water for the Beauty Blender means I'm probably not going to use it very often, even if I like it a lot. So when I started, I did 2 pumps on my hand, and then I used that up just on my face. So I did a 3rd pump, and that was what I used to go down my neck, because I think medium might be like a little bit dark, but it's okay right now in the summertime. And then I used it to take it down my neck because I feel like my neck is whiter than my face. So 3 pumps is what I used. I totally could have gotten by on just 2, but you know, I love foundation. Now I'm trying the new Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, Contour Concealer it says, and this is in the shade Light Medium. So I did go to Ulta to sample these because there was light, light medium, and medium. This applicator is ginormous. Let me show you another concealer up against it so you know what I'm talking about. Here's the Maybelline Fit Me concealer wand, and this is the other one, the Shape Tape. So you see the difference in the size. It's like huge. Alright, so I did get it in light medium because when I swatched the medium, I swear it oxidized. Like when I first applied it, I thought, oh, medium is totally better. But then throughout the store, it got darker. I was like, what? Okay, I'm doing one eye at a time. And then this is just a crown brush. I don't know what the name of it is. It doesn't have a name written on it. I'm just going to blend that out and see how I like it. So I'm going to watch throughout this video footage too and see if it looks like that under eye concealer oxidizes on me. But this is first impressions. That's what we check here. I know some beauty gurus, or whatever you want to call them, don't do first impressions because they like to have more of an opinion. I think it's fun for you to watch me form an opinion too. Like for you to pretend it's you trying on a product for the first time to see my reaction and stuff. It's like, I don't know if you feel like it could be like what you're thinking, but alright, so I will say this coverage is really good. I feel like a little bit does go a long way. I hate that phrase. I feel like it's way overused on YouTube as far as beauty products go. Because I am an overuser, like on foundation. So people will be like, oh, 1 pump of that foundation is plenty. And I'm like, psh, I use like 4. So when people say a little bit goes a long way, I don't know. I don't usually agree. But this concealer, I could see how I could get away with using half as much of this concealer as like my Bare Minerals or my Maybelline Fit Me. Okay, that is pretty good coverage. I'm pleased. So I'm going to grab some powder for under my eyes. Alright, I'm pulling out a product I don't like and I don't know that I'll ever use, but this is the MAC Prep and Prime CC, and it is called Prep and Prime CC Color Correcting Compact in the shade Neutralize. It's basically a bright yellow powder, so I'm using the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm probably going to back to MAC this, you know, bring it back. If you bring 6 empties to MAC, they'll give you a free lipstick, or if you go to the pro store, I think you can get a free eyeshadow or a lipstick. So I'm probably just going to return this because I don't feel like I get it. I know it says neutralize, so it's supposed to like neutralize whatever, but it's yellow, so anyway, brighten maybe is what it's supposed to do. So I just applied that right under my eyes. It's okay. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I don't normally use this. I have noticed recently that my MAC paint pot that I've had for like 2 years for my Painterly for priming my eyes is like done. Like it's like not only have I hit major pan, there's still enough product to use it, but it's so dry that I decided to just go ahead and buy a new one. So I ended up buying Soft Ochre since I do have slightly warmer undertones, and I bought Painterly like before starting my channel, before I really understood what I was getting. But Painterly is good for anybody. You can use it. It's just like a nice base. But okay, so I primed my eyes. I like to let my eye primer kind of like sink in so I can tell if it's going to crease or whatever, and then I blend it out with my finger after a minute or two, and then I should be good to go before I apply my shadows. So now I'm using the Estee Edit, the Barris bronzer. I got it in the shade light medium. So initially it had like a gold overspray, like almost looked like shimmery, but it has since gone away. It is completely matte. The shade, if you can see here, is very light. I mean, you can barely see it once I blend it out. It's very light. So that's a good thing in some ways, because you know your girl's heavy-handed, but I'm just using a big fluffy no-name brush. I'm blending that on the hairline, and I'm not like contouring bronzing today. I'm just kind of using this one powder. It is matte and it's light, but it is probably more warm than cool. So I won't call it a contour, I'll just say it's warming up my face. For blush and highlight, I'm using a new product to me. This is the Becca with Jaclyn Hill Shimmering Skin Perfector Mineral Blush Champagne Splits. So what it is it has Champagne Pop as the highlighter, and then the blush here is Becca's Mineral Blush in Flower Child. So powder, very easy to work with, pretty pigmented, and definitely glowy, because you know that's a good thing sometimes. But so I'm going to use an angled brush by Crown, angled blush brush, and I'm just applying this blush to my cheeks first. Pretty pigmented. I feel like Becca might have improved the blush formula a little bit, because when I first reviewed these, I gave them kind of a mediocre review. They kicked up too much powder. They were too pigmented in my opinion. I never thought I'd be buying another Becca blush based on that review, but I did, and I actually really like this one. It's like a pinky peach. Pretty. Okay, now I'm going to use Champagne Pop, and I'll use that e.l.f. small taper brush that I used for my under eye setting powder. Just going to apply that right at the top of the cheekbones, by the tail of the brow. Real quickly, I'm going to do my eyebrows. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo. This is in the shade Medium Brown. So there's two powder products in here. I'm just using a small angled brush. I'm using the lighter of the two colors on the inner half or inner third of the eyebrow, and then the darker of the two colors on the outer part. For me, personal preference, I always go a shade lighter than my hair for the product that I put in my brows. So like if you would call my hair dark brown, I buy the medium brown. If you call my hair medium brown, I'd go light brown. But that's just because I don't like my brows to be too dark. Now I've done like this part of each brow, so I'm going in with the darker shade of the two. Using the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills to set them in place. My eyeshadow look today, my eye look is going to be kind of a taupey, bronzy look. I was going to do a one shadow all over look, but I'm going to do, I think, 2 or 3 shadows because, you know, I can't help myself. These are the Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadows, and I'm going to be using M660 Speculous, which is just like a nice light warm brown, with the Makeup Geek Soft Dome brush. And I'm putting that in the crease and slightly above the crease. Now I'm using the shades M510 Vanilla and M126 Chalk. Basically like an off-white and a white for right underneath my brow bone. On the inner corner of the eye, actually, I'm going to use the Becca Champagne Pop. This is the Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm just putting Champagne Pop right there on the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm using a new eyeshadow to me. This is the Makeup Forever Artist eyeshadow in the shade, what is the shade called? I-544. I think it's called like Pink Granite or something like that. But it's really like, in some lights it looks slightly pink, sometimes it looks kind of silver, and other times it looks just like smoky taupe. The reason I did a warm color in the transition, I'm doing this cool shade on the lid, is because I really didn't want it to be clearly warm or clearly cool. I wanted to keep it kind of neutral. So by mixing a little bit of a cool tone with a warm tone, it almost adds interest to me, and it keeps you from having to choose, you know, cool or warm. This came in the Sephora Play box, if I didn't mention that, for August. I'm going in with the Makeup Forever shade Pinky Earth, and that is going to be my outer V shade. And it's kind of like a deep burgundy. So it kind of teeters between eggplant purple and red, which would be very warm versus kind of cool. So this is the Crown Deluxe Crease Brush. Just kind of putting emphasis there in the outer V. I'm using the Sephora waterproof eyeliner. This is in the shade Flirting Game, and it's kind of like a shimmery taupey color. I'm going to use that on the lower lash line as well, connecting it to the outer V. I'm taking the crease brush color, the crease brush that I was using, and kind of blending out the outer half or so of the lower lash line. I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. This one came in the Sephora Play box as well. No, this isn't sponsored, okay, I promise. I'm just using products that are new to me. What a difference lashes make, huh? This eye has mascara and this one doesn't. For lips, I'm using a new one as well. This is the promo code, I think it was NEWCREW, N-E-W-C-R-E-W, on Sephora.com recently. Makeup Forever's new Artist Rouge Cream Lipstick. This is in the shade C211. I think it's like Dusty Rose. But this may be my new favorite lipstick. It's creamy, it lasts a while, it's really pretty. Alright guys, this is the finished look using all new to me products, and I think I've only used a couple of these on my channel before. So hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me give you a brief recap or favorite standouts from the video. I like the Makeup Forever lid shade that I use, but it doesn't wow me. But my favorite has got to be this new lipstick, and the Becca Champagne Splits or whatever it's called, the cheek thing, was really pretty. I really like the under eye concealer, but I can say it's looking a little dry to me right now. But maybe that'll like go as my face gets more oil throughout the day. Maybe it'll actually look better. And I couldn't say for sure because I did use that MAC powder that I don't love, so maybe it's that powder. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know down below what products you have gotten recently and if there's anything you think I need to try. Thanks for watching. Bye.